Welcome back. This is Aquarium Hacks by Marcus. Just had to give a quick shout out to Mr. Pebbles. I know you guys haven't seen him in quite a while. He's been hiding, but just to show you evidence and proof that he is still in the tank and doing just fine, along with many of my shrimp and, of course, my pandacories and snails in this little awesome planet aquarium that I have. There he goes. He's just disappeared again. So, but anyway, this video is not about Mr. Pebbles. It's about setting up a quarantine tank. So now I had not planned on buying any more fish for this year. So I broke down my 20-gallon quarantine tank that I had set up previously because I wasn't going to buy any more fish. But it's Black Friday and my local fish store is selling fish for half off, 50% off. So I'm going to buy some dwarf neon rainbow fish, and I need today. So I need to quickly set up a quarantine tank. So what do you need if you're going to set up a quarantine tank? Well, according to the size of your fish, you will need a quarantine tank that will fit the size of your fish. So if you got some small ones, like I'm going to get some dwarf neon rainbow fish, and maybe I get a couple nearite snails, a little 5-gallon like this will work just fine. But if you're getting something bigger, maybe like some Mabuna cichlids or some kind of angelfish or something, you might need a 10-gallon or so in order to have a quarantine tank. Now, you can theoretically use bins or plastic totes, shall I say, to put your quarantine tank in, to make your quarantine tank. But just be aware, when you use a plastic tote, get something that is clear. Don't get something that's dark or gray, but get something that's pretty clear. And even then, they're not really, even the clear ones aren't really that clear, because when you're setting up a quarantine tank, you want to make sure that you're able to visually see your fish. And that's why I really don't like setting them up in plastic totes, because I want to visually inspect my fish and make sure that they don't have any spots or any kind of diseases before I put them in my main tank. So my suggestion to you is to get an aquarium, a glass aquarium, 5, 10, 15, 20 gallon, whatever you need. Use one of those instead as a quarantine tank. I would highly recommend that over a tote, just because of the visual, just because you want to make sure that your fish are not sick. But, you know, be my guest, if that's all you have is a tote for the time being, you don't have a tank, then please use that tote. So what are you going to need for a quarantine tank? Real quick, you're going to need a glass box. An aquarium, without a doubt, one that is empty. You're going to need a lid. This is a self-made lid that I've always made, polycarbonate lid. You're going to need a light, okay? You're going to need just a few decorations, like right there. I got like a little plant decoration, little castle over here. You're going to need a heater, and you're going to need a filter. Now, if you don't have a filter, then you're going to have to make you a filter, in which I've showed you in previous videos on how to make a quick filter for your aquarium in order for you to have a filter that will biologically filter your quarantine tank. And so these are the things you're going to need. Now, what you are also going to need is you're going to need some seeded media. So for me, I get my seeded media from my filters. Now, here's another nice little trick. If you have a pre-filter, make sure you have extra pre-filter sponges laying around. But if you have a pre-filter, like this one on the side over here, I can essentially take that off, hook up an air stone to this, sorry about the dirty glass, but hook up an air stone to this pre-filter here, and I can use this pre-filter in that tank because it's already seeded with bacteria, hook it up to an air pump, and it's ready to go. And then put my extra pre-filter on here to keep this filter here clean. So have some pre-filters for your biological filter for your quarantine tank will work just excellent as well. That's why I always encourage have pre-filters. But you can also use your aquarium media, biological media. If you got some dirty biological media, you can use that as well. Like I might use that Marineland Pure Ball. I think I got another little bag of matrix that I've been seeding in this filter here. So that will work just as well. And so that's why it's always good to have multiple filters when it comes to setting up a quarantine tank. And now what I also do is whatever tank I'm going to put, whatever fish I'm going to put this tank in, like I'm going to put them in this tank, I will take some of the water out of this tank and fill this tank up about half full or maybe even all the way. And the reason why I do that is because they're going to go in this water anyway. They're going to go in this tank. So I will fill this tank up with this water with my main tank, and then everything will be set and ready to go. And then this won't take hardly any time to get this set up. So yeah, when it comes to a quarantine tank, make sure that you have seeded media from your old aquarium filter. Make sure that you have a lid, a light, a few little decorations, a heater, and a filter, and of course your glass box, your aquarium. If you have those things on hand already, it will take you no time to set up a quick quarantine tank for your fish. So this is just another hack, another little ideal from Aquarium Hacks by Marcus. Hey guys, keep on hacking.